Hi, this is aphasia tips for dining out for people with aphasia by people with aphasia. So I just finished an open chat virtual connection session and I asked people with aphasia to share their dining out tips. Here are some of the things they shared. Stu from California, who was a professor, shared, I like to check the menu out before I go to the restaurant. Teresa, who used to be a psychologist at San Quentin Prison, shared, I like to make a reservation ahead. I let them know I need quiet. I tell them I use a walker. Ray worked as an engineer, and now he has aphasia. He says, I use a script. A script is something you practice before you go to the restaurant. And Chai from New Orleans shared that she has a script. It says, I need you to go slow, please. I had a stroke. Start with a cup of coffee. So she can practice that, practice, so she can try to do that. If that's too much for you, you might want to just start with a single word, just coffee. Or Rick has a script, and what he does is he has the script of, I want a steak, but he also keeps handy the picture of a steak. So if he struggles, he also has a photo. So another one of the members, Sheila, said the choice of restaurant is important. Sheila was a pathologist, but now her favorite place to go is IHOP. She's comfortable there. She knows the menu. They know her. So she frequently makes the same choice of restaurant. And that's been a tip that sounds good to me. Some people shared that they use an AAC device, or some people use visuals on an iPad. Joe lives in a group home, and he keeps on his Lingraphica device photos of his favorite foods. And Larry does the same thing. Larry said, if I don't have it, they can't help me. His other alternative would be to have his wife help him, but Larry chooses to be independent by using a device that has the pictures of what he wants, and when he presses the button, it also can say it. So he might practice it, he might say it himself, or he has the option to point to what he wants. John Coe, who was a chemist working for 3M, shared, I use only my left hand. So for John, the choice of restaurant makes a difference. So buffets are a lot harder with only using one hand. And sometimes too, where you sit at the table, you might want to think about this person is using their left hand. Bruce used to be a motivational speaker, and he says he shares with them when the waitress comes, he says to them that it might take some time, but please be patient. So he self-advocates. Kathy Card from Rhode Island wears a aphasia bracelet, and that way it shares what aphasia is, so she lets the waiter or waitress know. Other people might want to carry an aphasia card. We carry an aphasia card from the Aphasia Center on our website. We like it because you can check what it is you want. It's available in Spanish or English, and you can print it out right from home. So that's on our website at aphasiarecoveryconnection.org. Maura had a stroke when her baby was only 2 years old. He's an adult now, but she says some restaurants actually have accessible seating. So she'll ask the host or hostess if there is an area for accessible seating. Amy shared that when she goes to a restaurant, she likes a good steak, but she too is using one hand. So she asked the staff to bring her steak cut in the kitchen. Robert, who has aphasia due to a cancer, said he likes quiet. Many people with aphasia like a quiet restaurant, but not everybody, because Dave, who joined us for the first time today, said he actually loves the music in a restaurant. And that just shows no two people with aphasia are ever exactly alike. So remember, I shared with you that this information came from a Zoom call. Every Sunday, I do a Zoom call called Open Chat. Today, we had 62 people, and we had a great conversation. I hope one day you will join us if you've not already. But let's review these tips. If you think you got them, you can stop the video now. But for everybody else, I'm going to go backwards and let's just review with the keywords. So this is quiet, please, a quiet space. Cut my steak in the kitchen. Do you have accessible tables? I have aphasia. Please slow down, be patient. I use one hand. A buffet might be hard. We call using pictures on a device, we often call those an AAC device. Lingraphica is a type of AAC. Some people also put photos on an iPad or on their phone. The choice of restaurant may make a difference. Having a script might be helpful. Making a reservation. And finally, check the menu out before you go. So again, my name is Carol Dow Richards. I'm the director of the Aphasia Recovery Connection. We partner with Lingraphica to do virtual connections, which is a free program doing Zoom calls online. Every Sunday I do one called Open Chat. It's very popular. It gives you a chance to meet other people with aphasia and practice conversation. Some people who come do a lot more listening because they struggle to talk. But it's so good for everyone's well-being to come together, to learn, to share, and to connect with others with aphasia. At the Aphasia Recovery Connection, our mission is to end the isolation of aphasia. Have a good day and think about what will you do differently the next time you go to a restaurant.